Hey there, my fellow investors. My name is Marquez, and in this video, I'm going to compare two ETFs, Qqqm with SPY. Now, I'm someone who loves investing, but more than investing, I love analyzing ETFs and stocks and the market. I'll be really happy if you would share with me down below in your comments your investment strategy, your thoughts on Qqqm and SPY, and also if you have some ETFs that you want me to compare, also write it down below and I'll be really happy to make videos on them too. Now, also I created a course, how you can make money with ETF. You will find it down below in the description. Now let's start and let me just show the basics, the fund overlap, expense ratio. I'll explain you everything. First thing first, what is Qqqm? Qqqm was created by Invesco. In regards of, I think, competitive advantage or being more competitive on the market, only because a Qqqm is completely the same as a QQQ. It's, let's say, it's like father and son, but with lower expense ratio. QQQ got expense ratio 0.20 and Qqqm got expense ratio 0.15. They did it because they wanted to be more competitive on the market, because like imagine if they would lower the expense ratio of QQQ, they would lose money. But right now they're like, okay, here's the Qqqm for incoming investors, and they can invest to Qqqm long-term, short-term, that's completely up to them. So you see right here, expense ratio 0.15. Ticker, SPY, Global Advisors, expense ratio 0.09. In this regard, SPY, excuse me, expense ratio is better and lower comparing to Qqqm. Also, when you look on the assets under management, you see that SPY is much higher and the Qqqm liquidity is lower only because it's a new ETF on the market. And again, underlying index, Qqqm is copying top 100 companies right now in Nasdaq. Primarily, they are technology companies, but Qqqm is not, I would say, like technology ETF. It's like copying what the market is saying that it's the best in top 100 holdings, right? We're gonna have the underlying index, SP 500, 507 holdings. SPY is more diversified comparing to Qqqm, but we will get to the holdings and what you can actually expect from it. Now, when we scroll down, you can look also now on the performance. You could even compare it with QQQ and SPY. They are kind of like similar. I can really say that one is better comparing to the other, but we don't know what the future will bring. So I can really comment performances of both. So that's like another thing. Now, when we go even further, we're going to see the Qqqm with the SPY portfolio. Number of holdings, and this is where the fun begins. So you see the technology, 64% for Qqqm, consumer 20%, healthcare 6%, like only these are making like 90% of the whole portfolio. You won't find finance here. On the other hand, with the SPY, you see various industries. So you see technology for 35%, consumer 15, that's like 50. Financials, we're gonna have 13.45, that's something we don't have at all in the Qqqm. Healthcare 13, industrials 8.76, consumer non-cyclicals 5.59. So this is something that is like great to see. And now when we go even further, we can see the holdings here. So let's check the holdings. You see that Microsoft, like look, Qqqm, Microsoft Corporation, Apple, Amazon, Tesla, and Nvidia makes you like 40%, 20, 27. Yeah, this is like 40%, these 5 companies, the whole ETF. On the other hand, when you come here to the top SPY, it's really similar. You see the Microsoft Corporation, you see Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Alphabet, Nvidia, but you don't see the total top weighting is much, much lower. It's like nearly, what is that? Half of it, like 40% of it, of total top weighting of Qqqm. So it's much more diversified with lower, how it's called, expense ratio. And another thing to know about SPY is that you have higher dividend yield history, just higher dividend yield when you look and check the history of it. When we compare it to QQQ, look at this. So you see it by ourselves. Even so, dividend yield is better, more diversified portfolio. Then also you see that another thing of it, expense ratio is lower. So these are the things that you can say, okay, but it's like up to you if you like the SPY, if you like the SP 500. the underlying index and how risky you can be. That's like your money, so up to you what you want. Then you see also the quality score here, 6.26 out of 10. Quality score 5.43 out of 10. So these are the numbers. Now when we come even further and we're gonna check the fund overlap, we can see that 79.2% of QQQM's 100 holdings are also in SPY. So 80% of QQQM you will find also in SPY. On the other hand, only 15.8% of SPY 505 holdings are also in a QQQM. So you can see clearly that SPY is much more diversified. So that's pretty much it. Now when we go even further, you see that sector drift, primarily fintech, health, industry, this is something that SPY is heavily in, because when you come here you won't see any financials in QQQM. So that's pretty much it. So to summarize this whole video, I wanted to make this effective and straightforward, so you know what's happening, how we should do, blah blah blah, you know how it goes. Expense ratio lower comparing to QQQM. SPY is winning here. Issuer is like up to which one you are comfortable with. Then assets under management, on SPY got higher liquidity comparing to QQQM, even the average daily volume. Then you see the underlying index here, SP 500 comparing to Nasdaq. That's like up to you which one you prefer. Number of holdings, you have more holdings in SPY. Even the performance was similar. I can even check the prices here. And $200, $163. See, so it's like more, the price is higher. And you see like the growth here in 2020 was crazy. That's like what? March. What was that increase, by the way? 30%. 40% I guess. And it was even more. So yeah, this is pretty much it. And I hope this video gave you some kind of value on how we can look better on SPY and QQQM. If you have again any questions, ask down below in comments. If you have any ideas about ETFs that I should make videos on, also write it down below in comments. And check the course in which I'm teaching how we can make money, how we can analyze ETF, what are some good ETFs to invest to, and I prepared everything for you there. So I hope you'll have a great day, and yeah, see ya.